good blessed Saturday, June the 5th, 2021. It's about 6:38 a.m. I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't matter what your nationality is. It doesn't matter if you're light-skinned or dark-skinned. It don't matter if you're big or small. I still greet you all with that same universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. I even greet those of you that's my critics and my enemies. And I want to clarify something for those that may not know it, but I know many of my family, friends, and my followers, many of y'all, hey now, many of y'all know this already, but I'm going to clarify to those that don't. Number one, I'm not a racist. Number two, I am not anti-law enforcement. Number three, I am not a person that wants to kill anybody. When you hear me talking about killing, is because I done had so many threats in the 25 years I've been down here in Charles, Missouri, Mississippi County, where 99% of the law enforcement and the judges in the criminal justice system here done nothing to my attackers. So I had to put signs like this here. You see what I'm saying? I had to put signs like this here. Can it be seen?
Yes, sir, you can see it.
Had to put signs like that up. You see, I had to put it all around. You see what I'm saying? I had to put signs like this here. Before I cut the tree down here, I had one right there. And I put them up there for a reason, because a lot of my attackers, since the law enforcement here in Charles, Missouri, Mississippi County, including the police department, the Charles, Missouri Police Department, and the Charles, Missouri, Mississippi County Sheriff Department, they done nothing. You see what I'm saying? The last threat I had was a white guy came right up on my property right here, threatened me. My camera seen everything. You know, I have security cameras. They seen everything. I called my two daughters and had one of them to call the police, and we followed him. And he even threatened me again when we got around the corner, when the police got him. The police came, got him. We watched them handcuff him. You see what I'm saying? I guess they took him to jail, but you know what they did? Wrote him a ticket and let him back out. And guess what he did the same day, the same night? He married to a black female, which they are not together. You see what I'm saying? He went right over there to them projects over here on Warren Street, and the same police that handcuffed him came and got him again for trying to break into his wife's house. You see what I'm saying? But that's a white man doing something to a black person. But I've been attacked by blacks too. You see what I'm saying? Most of them was criminals out here in the streets, working hand in hand with the crooked police here in Charles, Missouri, and the Sheriff Department. I even got it on some of my videos, if any of y'all want to see it, where the police, a sergeant and a black sergeant, the only black on the police department here, and a white individual police officer who been to the military. When I called them about two individuals, known individuals that started chaos in the community. One is on the run in the federal government witness protection program, because he was around here committing crimes, shootings, drugs, and everything else, including threatening me on my video. My video showed it. But the feds got him in hiding, and his buddy, the feds got him locked up for putting contracts on trying to kill somebody. But this is what the white guy, when he went to court, this was what they did to him in court. It was April, I believe it was. They gave him a fine. I think they fined him $75. And he came by a couple of times laughing at me. That's why I talk about killing sometimes, because, see, people think because I'm a felon, that don't mean I don't know how to protect me and my children. You see what I'm saying? My children was threatened, and we made police reports, and we don't hear nothing. Only reason I knew how much they fined this guy for $75, I had to go down to the police station. They ain't sent me nothing. Now, they got a victim impact thing, and none time when we've been threatened, have the state's attorney or the people deal with the victim impact contact us or sent no letters. That's why I talk about killing, and I continue to talk about it, and people don't like it. You try to live the way I'm living. You see what I'm saying? You try to live the way I'm living. I'm living as an upstanding citizen, fighting against white supremacists, sellout blacks, Uncle Toms, or what Malcolm X called them, house Negroes. You see what I'm saying? Corrupted police, corrupted sheriff, corrupted judges. And if the shoe fit, wear. But this is what I want to show y'all now. Today makes 78 days that a 45-year-old black man, human being now, you know, some people don't consider us as human beings if you look at the Constitution. You see what I'm saying? Adolf Hitler, Jesse Owens was so fast, Adolf Hitler said he must have been half horse. May he rest in peace. Not Adolf Hitler, that is. But let me show you, 78 days, a 45-year-old black man was found hung in Carbondale, Illinois on March the 19th, allegedly found on March the 19th of 2021 in the 400 block of Oakland Street on the 3rd floor in the hallway, supposedly hung himself with a size 32 belt, which is 42 inches long. Put it around his neck, that take off about 16. Tied up, it take off about 10 or 12, leaving about 14 to 16 inches to jump if you gonna jump. Then money balled up in his hand. I guess Rick Mortis said, let me hold on for a minute. Hold your hand like this here while you hanging for a minute, so Rick Mortis, at least an hour or two, so Rick Mortis can set in. But I'm hoping I clarified everything to y'all. You see what I'm saying? And I just want to quote something from 2008. It might have been around February. It was during the time that Barack Obama was running for the Democratic contender. He was the Democratic contender for the Democratic Party to run for president of the United States. And he was running, I guess, against Hillary Clinton in the Democratic Party. You know, I was working for a multi-million-dollar farm down here, and I was a supervisor, and a group of whites was saying, if Barack Obama beat Hillary Clinton, they was going to vote for a Republican. And one of them actually said that ain't no way I'm going to listen to a nigga. Then he recognized, or it came to his senses, that I was standing there. Later, I ended up suing them because that wasn't the first time something like that happened. They had KKK on the trash cans, and they tried to tell a judge, a federal judge, that the KKK stood for kerosene. But kerosene don't come in no plastic drums. That's another story. That's just to show you, give you a brief insight of what I've been fighting against down here in Southeast Missouri. And no organizations, not the NAACP, none of these preachers, not even the Justice for All, none of these people. I did it myself with the grace of God. But 78 days ago, a black 45-year-old man found hung in Carbondale, Illinois, and it hasn't been in no newspaper yet. You got the Big Southern. You see what I'm saying? You know, you got a few other news medias in that area. I believe KFVS 12 out of Cape Girardeau, Missouri here in southeast Missouri, the Boot Heel, one of the most racist places probably on the face of this earth. Probably one of the last places that slaves was freed. You see what I'm saying? They even had a ship ported in Cape Girardeau. I believe the Mayflower came that way, but that's another story. Some black folks, when they get in positions, you see what I'm saying? They forget about all that there. You see what I'm saying? But let me tell you about this 45-year-old man, that black man, human being, that was found hung. The commanding lieutenant for the Carbondale investigator, detective, whatever he wanted his titles is, he and along with the individual that identified himself then as the coroner, but I found out later he was the deputy coroner. I don't even know if this lieutenant was a commanding lieutenant, because I haven't heard from him in a long time since I set him and the deputy coroner out. But they declared this black man as committing suicide and said if when the toxicology tests come back, it'll be either suicide by if it have drugs in his system, it'll be suicide contributed to narcotics. If he didn't have drugs in his system, it'll be suicide contributed to mental health. No investigation, nothing to try to go locate his phone or his Facebook page. You see what I'm saying? Now, had he went on a spree and got to killing police and white folks, you see what I'm saying? And don't get, if you ain't prejudiced or nothing like that, don't get me wrong, because what I'm saying, I know it's 100% true. They would have got on his Facebook page and any other social internet, but they didn't do this. But now, 78 days unpassed. Now, in North Carolina, I give it to that NAACP down there. They done went to the Department of Justice demanding that the Department of Justice look into the death of Brown that just was killed by some of the sheriff or the local law enforcement officials. They came out, you know, they in the newspaper about it. They wasn't afraid. But let me tell you, back in 2008. Hey, how you doing, my brother?
How you doing?
Oh, I hope I ain't making too much noise. You know I'm trying to say you.
I'm going to work. Hey,
Oh.
I love to hear you talk.
Hey, you know me, man.
I
Hey, you
love
been
you
knowing me
talk.
since I've been down here, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, in 2008, Barack Obama was running for, I was telling y'all, the Democratic contender for the President of the United States. And his wife made a comment. Some people tried to turn it around to make it look bad. But to me, it no matter which way you look at it, you see what I'm saying? It puts something on my mind every day. Now, this is what Michelle said. She said, for the first time in my adult life, I have been proud, I'm proud of this country. Not just because, this is what she said, not just because Barack is doing well. In other words, winning the state of Missouri and other states that normally black folks ain't gonna win or Democrats ain't gonna win, but because the people is hungry for change. Now, you take all of that in consideration now. The first time in my adult life. Now, if you look back in 2008, let me see if y'all, some of you mathematics genius, I believe Michelle Obama was born January the 17th, 1964. So in February in 2008, she was approximately 44 years old. So she said in that statement then when she was 44 years old. For the first time in my adult lifetime, I've been proud of this country. Not just because of my husband winning this here. Because the people is hungry for change. Not just because of my husband winning this, because the people is hungry for change. Now, for 26 years that she was adult, if we go from 18, you see what I'm saying? 26 years of your life, then you decide to be all of a sudden, when your husband is doing good as a contender, you proud of this country. All right now? You proud of this country. You see, now, that's your prerogative. But I want black folks that study thinking all Democrats is for you and all Republicans against you, or all black folks is for you and all white folks against you. You better readjust. You think about the 3 civil rights leaders, I believe it was in 1964, that was killed and buried in Mississippi. 2 of them happened to be white and 1 of them happened to be black. You see what I'm saying? You had Harriet Tubman when she was going through the, running the conductor of the Underground Railroad. Harriet Tubman had to stop at houses where white folks was at, so it would be camouflage where the racist white folks, you see what I'm saying, wouldn't know her trail. But now, she proud for the first time. They was living in High Park then. Now, you know, I don't know if some of y'all don't know, they living in a 17-point-something million house in Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts now. I'm sure they still proud. I think they part owner of Netflix. I know they still proud. And they writing books. And in the White House, she was reading the books of Dr. Seuss, which the people took 6 of his books off of the shelf because of racism. But I'm wondering if she's still proud of this country. You see what I'm saying? I know she got to be proud when her husband became president, when they went over to a Muslim world country and killed Saddam Hussein or Bin Laden. You see what I'm saying? When they went over there and killed a Muslim leader because they felt that he had something to do with the World Trade Centers or the towers being bombed. You see what I'm saying? They went over there, I know you're proud of this country. But is you proud of this country that the Ku Klux Klan still exists, still hanging black folks just about every day here in the United States? Is you proud of the Proud Boys? They proud. Is you proud of all them folks on Wednesday, January the 6th, 2021, that went up into the White House? It was National Guardsmen. It was people from the Air Force. It was the police department. It was senators and things. Is you still proud? Or is we waiting for another Democrat to run? You don't care who it is. Look at Ron Emanuel. Y'all backed him twice. Now Biden is finna bring him over to the White House now to be an ambassador for China or Japan. But they proud of this country. I'm going to tell you, if I even find out who murdered the 45-year-old individual in Carbondale, I forgot to tell y'all, that's my son, Brian Lamont Johns. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not proud of this country. I'm 63. You see what I'm saying? I'm 63 years old. You see, and I'm not proud of this country, but I am proud of all nationalities that fought and died for justice in this country. They're still doing what they can to try to help this country. I'm proud of my daddy. This is his flag, Johnny A. Ivory Sr. You see, he went to World War II, left Charleston, Missouri with prejudice, went to the war in prejudice, came back in prejudice. He died and it was still prejudice. I'm proud of his brother, Ernest Ivy, my uncle, my daddy's brother, a career war veteran. May he rest in peace. I'm proud of my cousin from Sikeston, Missouri, Larry Wallace. You see what I'm saying? Who was drafted in the Vietnam War and died in the Vietnam War. When he came home on a leave, he told us how racist and prejudiced it was. He knew it was prejudice here. But some people is proud of this country, you see what I'm saying, only when it benefits them. You see what I'm saying? Let me show you what her statement make me feel about some of them individuals in Carbondale, Illinois, and the shoe fit wear. And if you didn't say you was my son's friend, then you shouldn't let it bother you. But some said that they was my son's friend. But you see, my son had a habit, the 45-year-old black man. He had a habit. You see what I'm saying? And some people said that he was their friend only when it benefit them. You see what I'm saying? When they can get something out of him. You see what I'm saying? When they gave him an exchange that wasn't fair. You see, you know, in the world, we used to say a fair exchange has never been a robbery. But when you giving somebody $5 for something worth $205, that's a robbery. That ain't a sign of a friend. That's somebody that's using a friend. You see what I'm saying? Then when you put yourself in a position, I'm an activist. You follow what I'm saying? I'm not just a community activist. I'm a worldwide activist. I go wherever people ask me to go for free. You see what I'm saying? But when I help people, I help them unconditionally. I don't help them to get something out of them. Okay, I'm helping you, so give me your car. I'm helping you, give me your truck. I'm helping you, give me your bike. I ain't gonna help them that way. But I just want to say this here, y'all. People want to know who I am. This is who I am right here. You see what I'm saying? This is who I am right here. I'm an ambassador. You see what I'm saying? I'm called by God. Just like Moses. He said, let my people go. But I'm going to leave for right now. But 78 days later, I know for a fact that there's a conspiracy in Carbondale, Illinois, because ain't nobody getting up in front of no news in Carbondale, Illinois, and mentioning my son's death. Why is the only reason the public is notified is because of my YouTube channel? Why ain't no newspaper interested in taking my statement saying that a father said he don't believe his son committed suicide? You want me to tell you why? Because some people in power, they proud of this country and they suppress or try to suppress voices like mine. But the only way you can suppress my voice is take my life. Peace be still.